fault, guys. I apologize for that. We're trying to get it right. So I'm gonna give Sean a minute to clean off his phone and do whatever is necessary, and then we should be back at y'all. Um, what's up? But like, while I got the chance, I'm telling everybody, tell a friend to tell a friend. We on live. It's going down. It's the realest relationship conversation on the internet. We about to get into some real conversations. I'm bringing my boy Prez in right now, and we're gonna finish this conversation that we just started. 7:41, and we should be good to go. So everybody, we should be all right. We should be ready to roll, rock and roll. All right, let's bring Prez in. Why y'all keep saying, "Can you hear me?" You know what? I know what I'm gonna do.
Any better?
That's better.
It is?
Yeah, much better.
Okay, beautiful. Meanwhile, you're in the dark.
I know. I had to go get my headphones. They saying they can't hear me.
Okay. So we'll wait for you. I'm gonna do the intro while we wait for you. Everybody, it's 7:30. It's 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For all of you who've been rocking with us, you know Rich Dollar, Sean Prez. We are the Boys Club, and this is just, in a nutshell, is very grown, very adult, unfiltered relationship talk coming from a male's point of view. So, you know, if you don't agree with us, at least try to understand that this is from a male's point of view. You know, what is it? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus?
Exactly.
Okay. Am I still clear?
Yep.
Okay, good.
We're ready. We're ready to roll.
Okay, I'm gonna get right to the point, Rich. I just want to know, because I'm gonna be even more specific, right? I got close friends and family members, women, who started watching us, but they stopped because we would say things like, "Yo, you know, you got to keep that weight off, or you have to." The way you came into the situation, that's what a man likes. If you come into a situation and you were 300 pounds and he chose to wife you, he probably like a 300-pound woman. So if you go and lose weight, you might lose this dude. Or
Correct.
if you came in and you are 105 pounds, he likes 105-pound women. Now you've been with him forever. Now you 300 pounds and you got this air about you. I'm the same person. You supposed to love me for me, whether I'm 100 pounds or I'm 300 pounds. And as we know, men are visual. So my question, because it's bigger than weight, when it comes to keeping your man, I just want to know what gets a man, what initially gets a man. Would those things be the same thing that keeps him, or do you have to continuously work and bring more to the table to keep him?
All right. So I have multiple thoughts on this. First of all, if you marry somebody through thick and thin, it should be way deeper than any of the aesthetic shit. That should be your life partner. That should be much deeper, much everything. Now, with that being said, women can't get lax either. You can't get complacent either, because that's the same for dudes too. That's the same for dudes too. You can't get complacent either, because that's not fair to your partner. The truth of the matter is, you got to, when you've cut off the rest of the world, you got to find ways to make your relationship new and fresh and on the verge of like crazy. Like, you have to figure that out. Like, that's part of your job. That's part of your job. As when you guys say, "Yo, fuck marriage," before even marriage, when you guys decide that, "Yo, this is what it is. It's just us. It's nothing else." It's our job, my job and your job, to both make sure that we create a scenario in a perspective in which we both will feel super duper brand new every time. You can't get complacent. That's not true to your partner. If you get complacent and you start bullshitting, or you come into a relationship at 140 and you blow up to 210, don't get mad at the nigga for doing, or the female for doing some shit that they ain't got no business doing. Because when I signed up for this, I signed up for you at 140, doing A, B, C, and D, and the love. That's what I love. I love that woman. Now, if it's a baby involved and she gains weight and then she can't lose the baby weight and all that kind of stuff, we did that together. That was something we did together. I got you pregnant, you had my baby. So now I have to ride with you through that. But if, in fact, you get complacent and you start BSing and you're not doing the things that you're supposed to do, don't blame nobody else if the nigga stepped out. Don't blame him if she step out, and don't blame her if he step out. Because it's your job to keep your man vested and feeling good and fresh and new. That's my opinion on that. As far as the marriage, it's a little bit different. Marriage is a little bit different. Marriage, we signed a contract that I'm not going nowhere and I'm not doing nothing. And I need to, if I got to tell you 150 million times that you got to lose weight and all these things, and the magic's not there and all that, then I gotta tell you that. But as far as marriage goes, you shouldn't step out. You shouldn't step out no matter what the situation is. That's just how I feel about marriage, which is why I'm not married. Because I ain't ready to give somebody that 100% devotion, regardless of thick and thin, till good times and bad times, until death do us part. I'm the nigga who's out the door if you gain 10 pounds. Oh, bitch, you don't got big. I'm out of here. Fuck you talking about. But you don't stop. We don't do car head no more. Or you know what I'm saying? And not to say that that's the right thing to do, but I'm not going to be the person that's going to go, that you're going to see on the blogs, getting divorced and doing all this stuff that the people are doing nowadays, because I understand my limitations and I understand who I am, and I'm not going to put nobody else or anybody else in that situation. And it's not shallow, it's just realistic. Because I don't understand how me not being cool with things that, me not being cool with the way you came in is a bad thing. So what people would rather me get divorced. People would rather me say, oh, she gained 15 pounds. I'm out of here. I'm getting divorced. People would rather me, shame my wife or shame my woman, or making her feel bad because some things happen and she's depressed and now she's gained weight. Like, y'all would rather that, or you would rather a nigga tell you the truth and be like, if you can't, I'm not in a position mentally to be able to say that you gained 20 pounds and I'm okay with that.
Okay, you got more or what? I don't want to cut you off. You know, Rich, part of what's dope about this boys club thing is because you or myself are gonna say something that is so out of line, for lack of a better way to put it. But it is exactly, huh?
I see they mad at me. It's cool.
No, but it's exactly what needs to be said. Now, you said, yo, if my girl gained 10 pounds, I'm out. That's why I don't want to get married. If she stops giving car head, I'm out. That's why I don't want to get married. But do you understand how many niggas got married, or how many niggas is in a long-term relationship and they feel exactly the same way you feel? To the T. They just ain't honest enough to say it because they don't want to hurt their girl feelings. So they go get that girl she's still in the car head. You know what? She's the weight that you used to be when we got together. And I'm sure when you said what you said, Richie is shallow. You know, Rich, that's why you ain't get, that's why you're not married, all of that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if we took a anonymous poll with 10 men and asked them their true, like no one's ever gonna know you said this. I'd venture to say 6 to 7 of them men would say exactly what you said. And it's why I asked this question, because I don't, you know, and I'm sure I'm gonna get lit up. But it goes both ways. We're just men and we're talking from a man's point of view. Take the superficial out of it, right? The looks, the weight, all of that stuff. But unless you are sick, unless a nigga is literally watching you deteriorate because you got a disease or something,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have, none of us do. Because women cheat just as much as niggas cheat. You don't have the right, or you never get to the finish line. I'm sorry to tell you. You don't get to a place, I've been with him forever and I'm good. There's no finish line. There's not. You don't get to put your feet up and drink pina coladas and think you're good. So as offensive as it might sound, and I'm sure there's somebody here, because I done had to, because I'm sure Neo's wife is one of them. I had 3 kids for you, this, that, and the third. And I'm only bringing her up. I'm only bringing her up because I know that Neo and his wife are getting divorced, and he stepped out on a relationship, and they got about 3-4 kids together. But I don't think from a man or woman's point of view, there's no finish line. You have to continue to put the work in and do the things that got you that person in the first place. And I think that the day that you feel as though I got this in a bag, that is going to be the death of your relationship. And the death of your relationship, Rich, it is not always cheating. It's not. Sometimes the death of your relationship is 2 zombies walking around the house. Like literally, you the Walking Dead. You come in the house, she could be there butt naked. Hey babe, how was your day? How was work? Or the same thing. You know, she looking at you and you horny as hell, and she don't want nothing to do. Like nigga, the thought of you with no clothes on, it makes my thing dry up. Like literally, it makes it dry. Like, so the death of your relationship, it's not always somebody stepping out. And there's a lot of people, and I just don't believe in this, and then I'll give it back to you. I believe in realness, and have, you know, if you say, because I can't stand, Rich, when people are celebrating, we've been together for 10 years. We celebrating our silver anniversary. We celebrating our golden anniversary. If it's only on the exterior, that if you're celebrating years, great, kudos to you. But if y'all have lost the intimacy, if you've lost the lust, if you've lost, this is my best friend, my ride or die, my, like, I would rather be with nobody, then why be with this person in the first place? Like, go leave and be with somebody you gonna be happy with. I just don't believe in, I don't think the length of time marks the happiness in a relationship. I just don't. And some people base the length of time, like actually the length of time, on the success of a relationship. And I think that's just ass backwards. Like what's the point of being with somebody if nigga, just go to sleep in the other room. Like looking at you, it just turns my stomach. Like there's no attraction, there's no lust, there's no any of that. But go ahead, you take it.
No, I 100% agree. And I'm looking at people and they're like, yo, you're shallow, yo, you're this, you're that. Okay, so here's my
Who, me or
answer.
you?
Both of us. You were winning at first until you seemed like you partially agreed with me. Then you started losing as well. But and that's cool because number one, I said people see this is the thing about this apparently about our chat room is that you niggas hear what you want to hear and you extract what we say and you take out bits and pieces of that just to appease yourself and placate and create the argument. Oh, you shallow. Oh, what if she married? I clearly just said if a woman gets pregnant and puts on baby weight, you need to ride with her because you were a willing participant in her ruining her body. So if that's the case, then you need to be a willing participant and be on the other side of that when she's trying to get herself back together. Now, y'all can act like we shallow and this and this and that or this and this and that. The reality is this, like Sean just said, if you can go into a relationship and be honest. And if I lose my hair, then so be it. She has the opportunity to do the same things I do. But when we have these conversations, we're having them from the perspective of a male's perspective. The two males that are on this fucking live chat chatting with you, we're giving you our perspective. And that is the perspective of men. Because we think like majority of men, because we are men. So with that being said, if you're being honest, and I said that if you are in a relationship and previous to you getting married, you have the option to walk away at any point. So until you find that woman that is your soulmate, that you go way deeper than aesthetics, way deeper than freaking belly or hair or any of that aesthetic superficial shit, that's when the relationship gets real. But until then, you have the option if the nigga starts receding, my hairline starts to go back, and you be like, yo, bro, I'm not feeling that shit. Or that gray beard starts to come in and you not feeling that shit. Then you can leave. And I would rather you do that than to carry on the relationship. Like the whole conversation is to carry on the relationship and pretend like things are okay when really you look at me in disgust. You don't want me on top of you. I don't want to be on top of you. We might as well be the fucking Flintstones in separate beds. And we acting like it's all good when in reality, we can't wait to step out with our girlfriends and homeboys to go out there and fucking put our toes in the water at the strip club or the hookah bar or whatever. So if you want to be honest about the whole shit, then that's what this whole relationship thing is about. It's about being honest and being upfront and being forthright and letting each other know where you stand. And if y'all ain't understanding that, if y'all don't understand that the world is superficial, that the world is what it is, then that's on you. And you can get mad and you can talk shit in the comments all you want to. But all you doing in real life is being delusional because this fucking relationship chatter is exactly what it is. And if you go and you ask anybody who's being honest about the same topics, they're going to give you the same answers. The problem is that you niggas don't want the truth. You want to hear, I'm going to be with you, baby. I love you, baby. Nothing you can do no wrong, baby. But yo, I'll be right back. I'm going to the grocery store. That's what you want. You want that. Because you niggas don't want to look in the mirror. You don't want to address the issues. You don't want to address the shit that's going on in your life for real, for real. So now you want to take it out on people like me and Sean because we have an opinion. And it might not be the opinion that you want to hear because we ain't going to sit on here and tell you no lies. We're going to sit on here and tell you the truth. Sweetheart, I'm here to tell you. If you came into a relationship at 140 and you 180, your nigga's going to step out. Period. Period. If you got your man by doing these certain things, head in the car, sex in the bathroom. I'm just saying random shit. I don't know that this is what it is, but I'm just saying if you're not doing the things that you did to keep your man, And because he's sitting in the house and you cooking and he eating, he's like, all right, I'm about to go hoop with the boys. I'll see you in a little while. I'm going to Jose's house to watch the football game. That nigga's stepping out. And if you okay with that, because it makes you feel better, it makes you feel good in your mind to make you feel like he ain't stepping out until you find out that he is, then by all means, be delusional and go look in the mirror and pretend like you the same girl that he chose 2 years ago. And I'm not saying that there's not caveats to this. Babies and all that and health issues and all that stuff, that's loyalty. That's loyalty and love. But the reality is y'all can act like me and Sean ain't telling the truth, but you know we are. But you know we are.
Yo, so I gotta ask you, Rich, because we get callers, calling in pissed with us sometimes, right? And they don't come directly at us, but they're very, very defensive, and we clearly know, yo, we hit a nerve.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that they going through in their life, and they don't want to hear the truth. So they call in and they are very, very defensive about their point of view on things. And it's kind of obvious, yo, you going through some stuff. We just hit a nerve. We told you probably what your man is thinking and you're pissed for it. So I gotta ask, do you think women are just unrealistic about what they're bringing to the table? Like, do you think they're unrealistic about where they're at in their situation? And maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not doing enough.
Yeah, I think at some point both parties are unrealistic about what they're doing. I think oftentimes you think that in your heart of hearts, you know what you bring to the table. But it's a defense mechanism. Now this is what I get. There's a defense mechanism in people. People have egos, people have defense mechanisms, people have I guess that guard that they put up when they feel like they're being slighted. It's that whole competitive thing, right? So now you in your heart, you know you're not bringing much to the table. Like and my mother used to always tell me this: you out here looking for Halle Berry, but what make you think you Denzel? That's a fact. And that's the way I was raised. Is when you go out here, you be like, yo, mom, but she ain't even that good looking. You be like, that girl's beautiful. Who you think hold up, my friend. Let me, who do you think you are? What do you think when you look in the mirror? What do you see? Because I don't see Denzel Washington. You're a handsome guy. You're a very, very good looking guy. You're athletic, whatever the case may be. But for you to be out here acting like you deserve more, like you need to really be self-aware. So I've always grown up self-aware, Sean. That's always been one of my main attributes is that I am very, very self-aware. So nobody can say something to me that's gonna make me feel a certain kind of way. Because just because you say, oh nigga, you got a big nose, I've been known that. That ain't nothing new. I've known that all my life. What are you talking about? That's supposed to hurt my feelings? People look past those things. They look past the idiosyncrasies. They look past their faults. And all they see in the mirror is this amazing creature, which then allows them to go outside and act like they deserve more than what they deserve. I'm all about being self-aware, but most people are not. Most people are not self-aware. They're not humble. They think, and you always want to lean on the things that you got going good, and you never want to talk about the things that are wrong. You never want to acknowledge your faults. You always want to lean. That's why when niggas, that's why you can always tell how somebody feel about themselves, what they lead with. If a girl lead with her body, then you could kind of be like, oh, she ain't very smart. If a nigga lead with his money, you could probably be like, oh, he probably don't really feel good about how he look. If a nigga lead with his watch or his bottles in the club, you could probably be like, wow, he ain't really got a lot of substance. See, you could tell how a person really feels about themselves and what they lead with, because that's to get you to not pay attention to the rest of this shit. See, when I go into a situation, I'm paying attention to the whole shebang. Now, whether you acknowledge that girl for what it is, or you don't want to pay attention because Shorty got this or Shorty got that. See, there's people who fail to realize there's a difference between somebody you want to smash versus somebody who ends up being with you. There's a big difference. I can look at somebody and be like, oh, she led with her body, so I'm gonna let her lead with her body, and I don't really care about her mind or her heart or her substance or anything like that, because you don't care about that, or else you would have led with that. How you go is how you come. How you go is how you come, and don't let that go over your heads. Because if you come in the relationship one way, you're gonna go the same way. If you come in leading with your ass and your body and all of that, then that's the way a nigga gonna treat you. And you know what? You're gonna leave under them same pretenses. So I guess in short, people always have issues, but they don't want to acknowledge their issues. And that's about being self-aware. And if more people were self-aware, people probably wouldn't be mean to other people or wouldn't treat other people the same way. See, that's what Kevin Samuels used to get off on. Kevin Samuels used to get off on it, and God rest the dead, but I feel like he was a nigga who got shitted on early in life. This is just my opinion. He's a nigga who got shitted on early in life, and he saw later on in life as an opportunity to get back at those people, because now you got a platform and you can call them people out. So the very people that shitted on him, he probably called them women out the most, brought them into the show and was like, yo, look at you now. You got 3 kids, you fat fuck. What do you think? You're going to get a 6-figure nigga? You weigh fucking 220. You broke. You have nothing. You have 5 kids. Why do you think you deserve this? Why would you in the world? Because he's getting back at them. Because they treated him like shit early on. And now this is his opportunity to be like, you're not self-aware. It's like Chris Rock said in that fucking in New Jack City. Bitch, you think you the prom queen. You ain't nothing but the prom fiend. You a fiend now. Like, yo, for real. Like, you not self-aware, beloved. You think you something that you not. But because I'm a hurt person, I take pleasure in hurting you. Hurt people hurt people. So y'all niggas hurt me back in the day, I'm gonna hurt you now. Because I'm the one on this platform, and I'm Kevin Samuel, and I'm able to talk shit because you niggas was treating me like shit before, but now y'all ain't self-aware. Y'all still think y'all that motherfucker when you really not. Damn, homeboy, the fuck is the Rove at? Those ain't Rolex diamonds. The fuck happened to that? You know what I mean? But go ahead. I'm done. I'm done with my tirade. My fucking my diatribe.
Nah, I mean, before we switch topics, you're a funny dude, Rich. Before we switch topics, you know, and again, this could be turned around, you know, are men unrealistic about what they're bringing to the table? We started the conversation off with the things that you do to get your partner. Do you have to continue those things to keep your partner? And the answer just yes, man. Like I don't care what the answer. There's no, ladies, gentlemen, there's no finish line, and this goes for men too. If you waking up and nigga, you know what you look like when you got with that chick. Now you 300 pounds, pop belly, walking around, you farting in your sleep. It's you know, like your hair's gray. Like you were saying, you got the receding hairline. You better be doing all of them other intangibles that got you this woman in the first place. If you want to keep her, because after a while, the blinders are going to come off her eyes, and she's going to be looking at, and that's the funny thing about women, because we always talk about this, like, a woman will put up with a man looking nuts if he treat her good. If he treats her good, A nigga could be walking around like he got the 1995 style baggy pants. The butt crack is the nigga's damn near 50, and his pants is sagging, his butt crack showing. The hairline is here. He refused to cut his hair. Just go bald, homeboy. But if he treat her right, she gonna rock with him. She gonna say, that's my man. She don't see all that every other woman see. Actually, she'll be in the streets at 40-year-old fighting for this nigga in a physical fight with another woman who's looking at this dude, knowing damn what don't nobody want him. You're the only person who want. Like, you can't even see what this man has become. Like,
yep.
Right.
Yep.
So I would just say, switching it around. Unfortunate for y'all, women, niggas ain't like that. Like we see. Like we don't get caught up in the whole like you start walking 300 pounds, butt crack showing, this, that. We see all that. And you gotta now it is not always again about sex. Sex is a big thing. We're not taking that out of this equation. But I believe for a man and for a woman, you got to earn this person every single day. And you do get an E for effort. If a nigga walk in this crib, the crib is dirty, and you talking about every day, I'm tired. The kids are driving me crazy. Well, my house been dirty for 365 days. At some point, you had to get some rest. Like you tired, go to sleep early, do something. You don't you don't get a pass just because you have time in. You just don't. Whether it's the weight thing, a nigga will actually give you a pass, ladies. Believe it or not, you put the weight on, and Rich, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but at least attempt to go to that gym. But when you are defiant, when you are standing, because let's not get it twisted. At some point, for a man and for a woman, when you was in your 20s, that weight just came off. You could damn near do nothing. You eat all the potato chips and the ice cream and drink all night, and that weight, like her waistline didn't expand 1 inch. But after a while, we get it. You have a kid or two, or maybe you don't have a kid or two. Maybe age just kick in. Your metabolism slow down. The weight don't come off as easy as it used to. But you do get an E for effort. For number one, acknowledging. Yo, you know what? I gotta hit this gym. A nigga be happy to even hear that. Like just to hear you say it. A man to be happy.
Yep.
And then actually doing it. And if you go into the gym and you can't lose the weight, a nigga gonna love you just as much. I get it. I met you, you was 120, now you 160, but I see that it's the effort. It's no different than if a nigga is traditional. You can't cook, don't know how to, but you're trying. You're in there. He wants a home cooked meal. At least you're trying. You do get it. You'll keep your man. The effort goes a long way. I think where people get jammed up is, number one, they get defensive because they don't want to hear the truth. And then when they hear real talk like this, it's never them, or they're mad at us for saying it. Because it's not politically correct and it's not the right thing to say. So I just ended here and we can switch subjects, but the effort to me is just as important as the results. Whatever, we're all getting older. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm the same Sean as 20 years ago. But at least I can try to continue to bring the best version of me to the table. I
Yo,
think that when women get jammed up is when they start telling you what they're not gonna do, and I'm tired, and like I'm sorry, we all tired. Age will make you tired. You don't even have to have kids running around. Just age will make you tired. I cannot do the things that I used to be able to do 10 years ago. I get it, but put the effort in. That is where the problems come in the relationship. And if you, and it's just not enough. Like you looking at it like, yo, we've been together forever. And he looking at it like, yo, we ain't gonna be together much longer if you don't get up off your behind.
okay.
Okay. Quick question for you, Rich.
Shoot.
There was a young lady, if you remember her, she came on the show 2-3 weeks ago. And she was saying how she wanted a man, but she's very shy and she didn't really know how to approach a dude. And you gave her some great advice. Is it attractive to men when a woman initiates? Whether it is she telling a nigga, I am into you, and because every guy's not an alpha guy. Every guy's not gonna try to talk to every woman out there, despite what women believe. A lot of niggas feel like, yo, this chick, she'll never go for me anyway, so I'm not even gonna make my move. Meanwhile, the woman is over there like, yo, I wish homeboy said something because I'm actually feeling him. So is it attractive from a man's standpoint when a woman initiates and says, I'm into you, or do niggas look at that like, yo, like you just a little too forward? And when you do get in a relationship, is a woman who initiates sex something that men prefer, or do they prefer, nah, like I would rather be the one that initiates sex?
Okay. I think in both instances, this is an easy one. In both instances, it's all about the approach. If you see a dude in the club, you can emasculate a nigga both ways. You can emasculate a nigga in the house, in the bedroom, or you can emasculate a nigga in the club, in the hookah bar, whatever, by virtue of how you approach him. Nobody wants to be approached aggressively and punked out or bullied into a relationship or bullied into.
Stop there. What does that mean? Be specific.
I'm about to. You can't go in, you can't be aggressive and be like, yo, what's up? Like a woman should never try to be a man. A woman should never try to approach a man like a man. Like how a woman would say, you know what? I like a dude to come up to me and really come at me and let me know that he's like, yo, I'm feeling you. What's up? But at the same time, men don't want that. Men don't want an aggressive woman to run up on him and be like, yo. A lot of women don't want that. Honestly, it's about having tact. It's about going into a relationship or going into a conversation and being like, yo, what's up? Hi, I noticed you from across the room. You know what I'm saying? I know this is the way it is, whatever. And then you run your game. But if you run up on somebody and you're aggressive and you emasculate them, then it's like you're bullying me. It's like, yo, what's up? What we doing? Like, yo, give me your number, nigga. What's that? No man wants to feel like that. No man wants to be at the bar and have you like pressing him. Because number one, it's a turnoff, one, but two, it's also a sign of things to come. Like just the foreshadowing enough is just like, yo, this motherfucker gonna try to bully me for the next 50 years. I don't want this shit. I can tell by the way you approach me, you aggressive ass New York ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that's the one. And the second thing is when you do get your man, you can definitely initiate sex. But you don't need to be walking up to nobody, pushing niggas down into your box and talk about, yo, it's time to eat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's ways to go about this shit. Like, you don't just say, yo, you know how that, I can't remember the movie, but Tommy Davidson was in the movie. He was like, left, right, left, right. You remember that movie? You remember that movie with Halle Berry in them? But anyway, he was talking about the woman that he was dating. and how he didn't want a woman that was like left, right, left, hit it like this, harder, softer, harder, softer. Like that's emasculating, bro. Like it's taking like a man, like I guess in short, a man wants to be a man and wants to feel like a man. And you don't want a man that's gonna make you feel, and you don't want a woman that's strictly business was the movie, but you don't want a woman that's gonna make you feel different or make you feel less than a man by her approach. That's all I'm saying. I guess that's the short of it all. You don't want a drill sergeant. You want a woman who's a woman and who's a soft woman, and she can initiate the club conversation. She can initiate sex in the house, but you don't want a motherfucker just coming up to you, strong arming you into shit, because that makes you feel like less than a man.
Okay, so I gotta ask you this, and this might be knocking on like going back in our conversation, um, and it's knocking on the door of sometime we were talking about women being able to hear the truth and be honest and hear things that they don't want to hear. You just said Tommy Davidson is like, yo, I don't want a woman who's like right, left, right, da 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 da. What if a woman is just telling a nigga like, yo, you ain't hitting it right? Like,
All in the
like what? Hold on.
Go ahead.
What you're doing ain't working for me. It just ain't. Is it fair for a woman, even if she's not left, right, left, but you know, during sex? I'm saying outside of the bedroom, and she don't want to cheat on the nigga. She actually like him, but the nigga coming up short. Like he is not hitting that box the right way. He's just not.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a tactful way to have this conversation with a man?
Yeah.
And can a male, hold up, can a male ego handle it?
You have, yo, listen, Sean, at some point, I can't, as a man, I can't worry about your ego. As a woman, you can't worry about my ego. Like if you can't sit on, like I'm in my movie bag today, nigga. I'm Jack Nicholas. If you can't handle the truth, then that's your problem. Because at the end of the day, it's my job as for sex, right? Sexually, we're talking sexually. It's my job to please you. Or I can't get mad at you if you go and find your pleasure someplace else. So and I'm not, and like I said, it's all about communication and tact. If you are telling a man this is what you want, I don't know what the last woman liked. I'm telling you this is what I like, and this is how I want it done, and I want to teach you how I want it done. A man cannot get mad at that. A man cannot feel emasculated because of that. A man cannot let his ego get in the way of pleasuring his woman. All women are different. And the fact of the matter is, if you're talking specifically to Richie D, I'd rather a woman come to me and be like, yo, bro, you gotta lick here. You gotta eat here. You gotta do this. Than for you to lay in bed and pretend to have orgasms and then go tell your friends I ain't had an orgasm in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Because that's essentially what happens. And when you find somebody because you don't feel like you could tell me, because maybe you love me and you don't want to hurt my feelings, I would rather you hurt my feelings and be true to me than to go out there and feel like you could hurt that nigga feelings and give him a piece of that pie. Because you feel like, yo, I don't know this nigga like that. I'm gonna tell him exactly what I want, and he needs to acquiesce, or he can get the fuck up out of here. I don't want to hurt Richie's feelings. That's my man. I don't want him to feel bad about it. I know I got to go home to him every night. That's my husband. That's my boy. That's my man. I don't want to hurt him. Nah, beloved, tell me the truth. Yo, my guy, I don't like my ass ate. So stop. Don't do it no more. You know? And I'm gonna be like, yo, say less, bitch. I don't like eating ass, but You know what? If it's gonna keep us if it's gonna keep us in a good place, yum yum yum. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? But and it's the same thing with women. If a man is like, yo, beloved, like you're amazing, but your head, like, I don't like teeth. I don't like teeth. Like, stop. You're biting, you're scratching me up, bro, and the shit is not sexy. You can say that without hurting nobody. I'm not saying to be like rude and hurt nobody's feelings, but like I tell you, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna leave it at this. Being honest and getting what you want for long-term satisfaction is way better than pretending that you're getting what you want and then going out and getting it from somebody else. That's just the truth of it.
Okay. Yo, you know something, Rich? I, every dude ain't like you. Every dude, I agree with you 5,000,000%. But I was scanning my brain as you were talking. And I'm thinking of some of my friends. I'm thinking of some dudes I know. A lot of niggas can't handle the truth, bro. They can't. Um, and I'm such a big believer in just give it to me straight. Like you don't have to water it down. You ain't gotta follow it up with a chaser. Give it to me straight. But I don't think most men can handle it. A lot of niggas actually think they're doing something, turning the chick around 99% of the time, banging it out from the back like a jackhammer. Like a nigga will literally get up and say, I wore that box out. Meanwhile, she feels abused. Like she literally feels like, yo, this, I feel like I've been punished. But to have a conversation and tell your man, you ain't hitting it right. Like you just ain't hitting it. I don't know too many dudes who can handle that. Now, I'm
That's
a
why you
big
don't say
proponent.
that. You can't say that though, Sean. That's what I'm saying. You can't tell a nigga
Okay,
you're not hitting it
what is
right.
the proper way? What is the proper way, in your opinion? Because I think male ego gets in the way, Rich. I do.
Absolutely. You're right.
I
It
think
does.
male ego, no matter how you dress this thing up, from a woman's standpoint, it's like, how do I dance around this nigga's fragile ego? Because a man is going to pride himself on his sexual prowess. Like, yo, niggas run around all day lying about the size of their piece, lying about how good they hitting it, this, that, and the third. Now I gotta tell homeboy, actually, I'm into you. But this just can't go on. I'm not enjoying our sex life. I'm not. Now flip it around.
Mm-hmm.
Flip it around, right? A woman gotta be able to hear that same truth. Now, me and you have had this talk. We've had this talk. All box. It all started good. All the nigga got to do damn near is bust. And yo, you got some good stuff. But good stuff don't cut it long term. It don't. Good stuff, it's good, but it doesn't cut it long term. And every nigga wants that chick who knows what he's like, what he likes. And I think women are a little more understanding with hearing, I enjoy this, I enjoy that. Um, I think they're different than us, Rich. I don't know that a male ego handles it as well as a woman when you're giving criticism about what you're doing in the bedroom. But I think it is necessary conversation. You know, that's just the long and the short.
I agree. I also agree that in a situation, you have to have the heart-to-heart conversation. And it can't be, yo, this is what it is, or being rude. It has to almost like women, you have to understand who you're dealing with. Like that's part of see, that's why you don't go fuck everybody and before you even get to know them, because all of this shit really becomes psychology, bro. It's just about who you with, knowing who you with and what you can say and how you can say it. People really don't really give that enough credit in relationships. That's part of the whole vetting. Like it's a sociological,
Yeah,
psychological
but Rich,
thing.
I'm sorry to cut in. How can you vet on how good somebody is in the bedroom? I'm
No,
with
it's
you.
not about no. You don't vet how good they are in the bedroom. You vet by getting to know them. You're vetting what you can say and what you can't say, how you can say
Understood.
something and get your point across. So
Understood.
if you talking to Richie Dollars, I have no ego because I'm the most self-centered motherfucker in the whole wide world, and I wouldn't give a fuck how you felt as long as I bust a nut. But I want to please you. So as long as I come, I'm good. Now the trick to this whole thing is you disseminating how you want to feel, and I want to please you too. So I'm never gonna be hurt if you say yo, because I know what I'm working with. I know exactly what I'm working with, and I've said this since the beginning of the conversation. I'm self-aware. So if you can come to me and say, yo, bro, your sex is amazing, or this, or this is that, but I need you to eat. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. This is what I feel. I want to please you. I have a desire to please you. My ego is not going to get in the way of me pleasing you because I'm about the ends justify the means. But you wouldn't know that about me if you didn't speak to me, know who I was, know the type of person I am. That's what I'm saying about sociological, psychological. You can't just go to a nigga and say, yo, you nigga, you ain't beating it right. Or nigga, you had me dry as fuck last night. You was beating it from behind, and I felt like you was fucking trying to tear my insides apart. You can't talk to everybody like that. That's what I'm saying. When some people you people don't really get enough credit for knowing that your mate, know the person you're with, knowing how you can get your message across without hurting their feelings or making them feel a certain kind of way. That's part of a relationship. Like if I know my girl is very self-conscious about her head, then I'm not gonna be like, yo, your head is trash. I'm gonna be like, your head is amazing. Let's try something new. Let's try not using them teeth today. Let's try, you know what I'm saying? Let's try this. Let's try that. Like, and then that's how you get your point across. So, like I said, we have this conversation every week. But you know what? It always seems to come back to whatever we talk about. It always seems to come back about approach. It always seems to come back about communication. It always seems to come back about vetting. Like if you can follow that blueprint, you will have a successful relationship because the shit it applies to everything. It's applicable to everything. The approach. The approach is not random approach. It's knowing your person and how to approach them because approaching everybody is different. You can tell Richie D, this is what it is, and I need you to do this. Oh, okay. Say less, love. Bend over. Let's lay down. Let's try it. Let's see. Let's see. When I'm done, tell me what I did wrong. Because, bitch, I want to know. I want to know because I don't want you ever walking away. For me, my ego doesn't hurt for what you tell me in the house. My ego hurts when I'm walking into the restaurant and you and your girls is all sitting down having mimosas on Sunday afternoon and niggas is putting their hand over their mouth. that motherfucker can't even eat bop. That's where my ego hurts. My
Ah,
ego, you know what I'm saying? My ego don't hurt from what you told me one-on-one in the house. My ego hurts from what you and your girls group chat about. And them niggas looking at me like I'm a piece of shit, whack as hell. That's where I get hurt. You know what I'm saying? And a woman should feel the same way. You should never be hurt about what your man tell you in the comfort of your home one-on-one. You should be hurt about the fact that he out there trying to find somebody who can do what you refuse to do. That's what should hurt your ego. It's not the fact that your man told you your head is trash, but the fact that he's out there trying to find somebody who can give him good head. That's what it is. And I don't know what Moniece is in here talking about, but everybody's laughing with Moniece or whatever. She's always in here doing some fucking trolling shit.
Okay. Shout to Monique. Check it. Before we go and we open up the phone lines, I'm gonna say what I have to say, then we'll open the phone lines. I think we just came up on an hour. Guys, if this is your first time with us, please, number one, if you're trying to get into that conversation, please hit the plus button below that. That's, you know, gives us the signal that you are requesting to be part of this conversation. You must have good lighting. You must be in an area with great Wi-Fi or great cellular signal. You must speak directly into your phone. We do not speak into empty screens. So if you don't feel comfortable being on screen or your hair's not done or whatever, please don't hit the plus button. Let's allow somebody who really does want to be in the conversation be in the conversation. And lastly, you must have a question. You must, whatever your reason for coming into this conversation, it must somehow entail a question. You can't just be sitting there talking forever. You know, Rich, even as you're talking, I'm thinking, and maybe we'll say this conversation for another day. Women and men are so damn different, man. Or maybe we're really the same. I don't know. I don't know. And I first and foremost, I think, Rich, you just gave some great commentary, by the way. I think, and I want to double down on what you said first. I don't think any real man is gonna ever be hurt or overly sensitive about you telling him he's coming up short, if it's in the confines of the four walls of y'all's house or your relationship. I think the problem is, and this is definitely a conversation for another day, women think that they gotta share with their friends every single thing. Some things, some things you don't share. You don't go outside of the relationship with. You don't get to be like, that's my girl. This is my crew, and I tell them everything. No, that's emasculating to a dude. Mm-hmm. If a nigga walking around and he know that your little circle knows everything going on in y'all's relationship, including what's going on in the bedroom, that to me is so disrespectful to any relationship. I think that there's a cutoff. I think that there's some things you share with your friends, and it's just some things you just don't. I don't care how close you are. And that's just out of respect. And that goes for men or women. That's out of respect for your partner. Nobody should know, you know, what your girl look like when she's undressed. Nobody should. There's certain things you don't. Now, if you want to share certain things and get a perspective on it, that's your business. But everything ain't meant to be shared. So that's number one. Number two, you were talking about head, and this is just something I think, you know, I just want to tell women, especially if you've been in a long-term relationship, like, head shouldn't be like Christmas. It shouldn't come around once a year. It should not be like Santa Claus coming down the chimney and it only happens once a year. Like, seriously. Right. Like if you know your man like getting head, and I don't know too many niggas that don't, do your duty. Like this should not be a national holiday and all of a sudden the goodie bag comes out and you giving head. Like, okay. So, and it goes back to our original conversation, Rich. There's no freaking finish line. You don't get to stop giving head. You don't get to stop performing. You don't get to, there's no, I get it. You know, everybody everybody gets older, they get tired, they get used to one another, but you don't get to put your feet up and think it's okay that I am not doing the basics. It's as simple as that.
There's two things before we move. People, you want to go out there and you want to talk about your relationship, that shit works both ways. You told your girl how the nigga was ramming you last night and how you didn't like it or whatever the case may be, she might. So now when she start looking at your nigga a little bit differently, don't blame it on nobody but yourself. Fellas, you out there, you sharing new pictures. Look at my new girl. That's what she does. She just sent me this picture. Yada, yada. And when your niggas start lusting after what you got, because you showed them a nude, or you are giving too much information, or talking about, see, don't be careful what you tell people. Because now you open up their eyes and their antennas up for some shit that you probably wasn't aware of. And now you mad about your friend smashing your girl because he don't been lusting after her. And the minute you walk away or you do something wrong, he's snitching because he don't see the news. He gotta have it. Men are very visual. Women, you out here talking about how good your man is or how whack your man is, and whack to you might be great to the next one. One woman's trash is another woman's treasure. So now you talking about this, he too big for me, girl. He hurt my insides, my back, he making my walls hurt. And the other woman might be looking like, I love when my walls hurt. He for me. He for me. I love it when my walls hurt. Shit, let me. And so as soon as you step off and you go to your mama house or something, and this girl is up in your bedroom and she's smashing your nigga. That's the first part. The second part is I forgot, so we're gonna save it for another day because I don't even know where I was going next.
Yo, but we gonna have this conversation because we probably start off next week with it. Like, I think it's aligned with sharing the intimate details of your relationship, and that's a whole conversation in and of itself. And I think a lot of women in particular don't get the distinction. Like you can ask for advice, but it gets disrespectful at a certain point, talking about things that only two people should know. So we'll save that for next week. But let's see who we got on the lines.
So let's bring them in. I'm bringing in Sassy Girl. Sassy Girl, where you at? So if y'all want to get in the conversation, please hit the plus button down at the bottom with the camera, and we can have these conversations. Sassy Girl, you breaking the rules already, love. All right. So we moving on from Sassy Girl. Man-eater Icy. Man-eater Iceland or Icy. If y'all want to get in the conversation, please hit the plus bottom at the bottom. I mean the plus button at the bottom.
I'm sorry, but would you mind giving your story?
Hey.
Hey, what's up? We're front. We're over here.
I was trying to turn the TV down.
Oh, okay. You should have did that before you got on, but okay.
Don't start, okay?
What's your name, girl?
My name is Morgan.
Hi, Morgan.
From where?
From?
Ohio, Cleveland.
What's up, Morgan from Cleveland?
Yes, I have.
They got pretty women in Cleveland. I think Halle Berry's from Cleveland.
She is Shaker.
But go ahead.
Stop flirting, Morgan.
I ain't. But I got one or two questions actually. The first one goes towards what Rich was saying earlier about doing. Not basically telling the person what you do and don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I'll use that as an example. Me personally, I like rough sex, I should say. You know. But a guy that I'm talking to, he might not know that because he's used to probably having love or soft sex or whatever, So he think he probably doing a good job, but he's really not, because that's not what I like. So how would I tell him, because I'm talkative sexual, you know what I'm saying? So I would say it, but wouldn't want to hurt his feelings because he think he's doing an amazing job, and he's not pleasing me because that's not what I like. I don't like soft, make love sex, you know?
What's your next question before that question is
And the next
answered?
question is, as far as like when Rich was saying about the box, you know, like you might eat it like this or whatever the case may be, which is true because me personally, what one girl like head wise, I might not like that. So you think you the same thing. You think you're doing an amazing job, but you're not because I don't like that. But every girl that you done been with before me might think you got the best head in the world, but that's not what moves me. You know what I'm saying? Because you might not be doing it right. You might be, you know. So how do you go about that? Telling the dude like, okay, so no, that's not right. Now you ain't doing that right. But I've been doing it like this for every girl say I got good. You feel what I'm saying? But it's trash. It's horrible. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really horrible, but you can't see that because you done had sex with multiple females and everybody think, or they faking like they like it because they can't possibly because it's horrible, you know? And when you sexually active like me, you know good head, you know good, you feel what I'm saying? Especially if...
What's your body count? What's your body count?
It's up.
Over 20?
Hell yeah.
40?
Yes.
60?
Yeah.
80?
Yeah.
100?
I am 37
Morgan,
years
are you fucking Wilt Chamberlain or no?
No. I don't even know.
Okay.
I'm not.
You know Wilt Chamberlain? You know Wilt Chamberlain?
No.
Okay, well, never mind. That's the one over your head.
No, but I want you to
But
say it, though. Who is that?
Wilt Chamberlain's a basketball player that slept with like 30,000 women or some crazy shit.
Not 30,000.
No, his shit was like 30,000. Like he played basketball. But anyway, that's who Wilt Chamberlain is. So when you say you got 100, you got a body count over 100.
Yeah. Bodies on bodies, niggas buried and bodies on top of their bodies. I mean, damn. I mean, if that's how you want me to put it, you know?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not.
Yo, when you get time to breathe, like what? Like, I'm so confused.
I mean,
here.
I got pushed off the porch kind of early, you know?
How many kids you got?
I have two. I got an 18-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Okay.
Are they watching the show?
You know.
You're responsible.
Okay.
You just
I ain't
got a
gonna say
shitload
I'm
of bodies, but you're
responsible.
responsible.
I'm not gonna say I'm responsible, but I ain't fertile.
Okay, got you. So niggas busting. So niggas been busting in you. You just lucked up.
All the way down. Yeah.
Morgan, you are a wild piece of work.
I am, but I mean, I'm
All
who
right.
I am. I'm comfortable with who I am. I'm not ashamed of nothing I
And-
do or
and-
did or will do in the future. You know.
And unapologetic. I love it.
Not at all.
I love it. So now, to answer your question, Sean, you can take one and I'll take one, I guess.
Okay, go ahead. Whichever one you want to start with.
I forgot what they were. She told me she got over 100 bodies. I lost track.
So what do that make you feel when you hear that a woman got over 100 bodies?
What did that make me feel?
Yeah.
I would fuck your brains out, but I never will wife you.
That's great. I'm not really trying to, you know, I'm not at that stage to where that's what I'm looking for, like wife out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm more into
Morgan, if you ever like, okay, there's a couple of 100 people in this chat, so let's just keep this conversation between us and there's 200 and something people. Because if you ever want a husband, if you ever want a nigga, please don't tell them you got over 100 bodies.
I mean, I
wouldn't. Bodies on top of bodies.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Depending on the conversation, but I wouldn't lie if I was asked. You know what I'm saying?
So no, you should lie.
I should lie.
No, you should fucking lie. You should
but
fucking lie.
But my shit's still grippy.
If you should, I don't give a fuck if it's grippy or not, nigga. I don't give a fuck if it's goddamn it clamps on clamps on clamps.
All that.
Morgan, lie.
I mean, of course I'll lie. I'll lie.
Don't go over 15.
15.
And then in their mind, they got to times that motherfucker by 10 and come up with your real shit. But Morgan, don't tell niggas you got bodies on top of bodies and over 100 bodies. Take that shit to the grave with you. Like, I'm not telling you don't live your life and don't do what you want to do, but I swear to God, don't no nigga want to hear that.
No, I ain't walking.
No,
I'm not walking up to a nigga like I got 100 bodies.
No,
whatever.
I'm
You know what I'm
talking
saying?
about
I'm not doing that.
No, if a nigga ever feel froggy enough to be like, babe, how many bodies you got?
I'm lying. 4.
Take it to the grave.
I'll lie. My 2 baby dads is my only 2.
That's it.
You know.
And then lie and be like, I was in a relationship, because your babies are spread out. So you could be like 19 and 15 and 19 and 4. I was, you know, lie. But
Okay.
to answer your question, you said you like it. You said you like it rough. And if you like it rough, and a nigga, and you feel like a nigga making love, I don't think that's emasculating. That ain't hurting them or nothing. That is just real simple, baby. I don't want you to make love to me. I know what you're doing, and I don't want you to make love to me. I want you to fucking punish me. Tell him that. And that
I
nigga,
say it in the midst of
he,
it, like punish it, like beat it, like act like you mad or something. Like, what do I gotta do to make you dig in this shit? You feel me?
Tell nigga.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, get up there. Stop acting scared of this shit.
So you tell a nigga that, and he still be playing with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm strapped. You feel what I'm saying? Like bottom heavy, genetically. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking all of that shit. You feel me? So give it to me. And it's just like, I don't know. I don't know if they be intimidated by the ass or what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Like, damn, or if they do it so hard, fast or hard like that, they gonna come faster. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't lasting that long anyway. But I'm just saying, like, is that gonna make
you grippy? With 100 bodies, you want to be Morgan. I don't even know what to tell you. Sean, it's on you, bro. Morgan, you something else with yourself, boy.
I am.
And you proud of it, man.
I am. Shit, who else? If not me, then who else?
Morgan, the room wants you to the room wants you to stand up so they can see that bottom heavy part of you. Oh, Morgan, you do got a fatty. That motherfucker fat. Oh shit.
All right, Morgan, we ain't tell you to start twerking.
I was trying to back up a little bit.
Oh my God. Yo, Morgan, you done caught me so off guard in this conversation. I almost don't know where to go with it. Real talk. But here's what I would say. If you want a nigga to punish it, go out, find a nigga who want to be your man. Find a nigga who's.
But I don't want a man.
I didn't say, just listen to me. Find a nigga who wants to be your man. Okay? And right before the first time he hit it, tell him you got 100 bodies. And I promise you, he will tear that thing up. Guarantee you. Tell him you got 100 bodies right before the first time you hit. Listen to me. Listen to me, Morgan. If you want this nigga to straight up pound you out, just beat it mercifully. Don't give him the box. Let him get feelings for you. Right when he think, I found me a virtuous woman in a traditional, and I'm gonna wife her. Be like, by the way, baby, I got 100 niggas. I got 100 niggas that been in this before you, and I guarantee you will be punished. Guaranteed. So that's number one. Number two is.
But I be trying to help, like assist, you know, throw it back a little harder, make it seem like, you feel me? But it's just like, you know.
Morgan, is your name Man? Is your name Man Eater?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you online. But real talk, Morgan, all jokes aside.
You tried to get me last time, but my baby started acting up, so I had to get off.
Yeah,
I wish we had got you.
I know, right?
You worth it.
I am.
I'm trying to find out where you finding all these men, and do these men know your body?
Well, but no, not necessarily everybody. Of course, everybody don't know, but it kind of started, because I started young. I'm 36. I started having sex at 14. You feel what I'm saying? I had my first baby at 18. I had my next baby at 33. You feel me? And I mean, shit, I've been out here. I'll be out here.
No, ain't nobody mad at you. I
done had to go through different. I done danced before, so you know what come with the dancing. You know,
what come with the dancing, Morgan?
Dancing, and then you might get offered to sell pussy or whatever, or take money.
You
to
sell
have
pussy,
sex.
Morgan?
I mean, I have. I will. You offer?
Yo, Morgan is.
Don't start.
Okay. Morgan, how old are your kids?
One is 18 and one is 4.
And the 18-year-old, do he follow you?
It's a girl, no.
She don't follow you?
No, she go to school in Las Vegas University. She live down there with her dad.
Okay, please make sure she don't hear this conversation.
But no, she not this conversation like this raw. But I mean, I give it to her the best way I can as a mom, because she, But I don't give it to her this raw. I'm just giving it to y'all because y'all is asking the questions that I be wanting answers to. That
Nah, I mean the bottom line is what we were saying earlier. Tell him. It's as simple as that. Tell him if you are not in. If a dude is making love and you ain't into that, tell him.
I mean, it's cool sometimes, but for the most part.
I mean,
for the most part, no. I mean, that making love, all that's cool, But I think that brings more feelings into the sex. It makes it more, you know what I'm saying? I think sex ain't really. It's easier to just bend over, hit me, you know what I'm saying, real quick without all the extra. Because when you making love, people say shit in your ear that you know ain't true, but you believe that shit while the moment is going on because it feels so good. So he might, oh baby, I love you, I want to be with you, I want to take care of you, all while that's going on. When you dogging my shit, you ain't got time to say all that because you kind of gotta concentrate on trying to beat this motherfucker up. You hear me? So you ain't got time to be lying so much. So you feel what I'm saying? So that's where it come with me with as far as the making love thing. I don't think you should do the making love thing with everybody that you have sex with because it brings emotions. You feel what I'm saying? And some people can't just have sex and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
I get it now. Okay, say less. I get it, Morgan. I get it.
Morgan, you are for the streets, man. You are for the streets.
I mean, I've been chilling.
I get it. You know what it is?
What's that?
It's a defense mechanism.
Why you say that?
This conversation been too long already. We can call back next week and have the defense but it's a defense mechanism. In short, you don't want niggas to make love to you because you don't want to be made love to. You don't want to be lied to. You don't want to be led on. So you would rather a nigga just
not really that because I don't want it to go further than sex. You feel what I'm saying?
Why? Because and if you listen to me, I'll tell you why before we go. You don't want it to go more than sex because you don't have faith in men. You don't have faith that the man is telling you.
That's a whole nother conversation, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You don't have faith that the man is telling you what's true. So instead of him lying to you and pretending and getting on top of you and whispering sweet nothings in your ear, you rather nigga just beat you senseless and get it over with and not
get up out of here and
you don't have no expectations for moving forward.
Right.
Morgan, that is not a good way to live. And at some point you're gonna get tired. But in the meantime.
But it is guys that I do. I don't want you to misunderstand. It's guys that I do like that. You feel what I'm saying? But everybody, I don't think.
Womp. Morgan, tell everybody your OnlyFans page so you can get paid.
I don't have no OnlyFans.
Oh, you're wasting your
I
time
tell you
out there.
this much. I tell you this much. Your DM is about to be right now. You probably got 1,000 messages in your DM. I guarantee you. I
You
get
do.
you got 1,000 messages.
But I don't get into the DM shit though, you know?
So you met a all them niggas in Cleveland. I don't even know there was 100 niggas in the city of Cleveland.
It's a million niggas in Cleveland.
Who knew?
But I mean, I
Who knew?
travel. I done been other places, you know what I'm saying? Every
Oh, you get flued out.
I mean, I have. Or I'll
Okay.
drive to that shit if
All
it's
right, all right, all right.
then
Morgan, you've
don't
been on here too
start.
long. You've been on here too long. You too crazy for me. But look, we're gonna talk about them 1,000 bodies that you got.
Probably about 3.
300.
Not a band.
Morgan, you can't tell me that box ain't big as Texas.
You crazy.
All right.
Later,
Okay.
Morgan.
Bye, Nanita Icy.
I see why you envy me.
Yep, that's her. Morgan.
Her DM is so lit right now, Rich.
Morgan is on fire. As a matter of fact, somebody tagged Morgan's shit and sent it to me.
What happened?
Somebody screenshot Morgan DM and send it to me real quick. Nah, I'm bullshitting. I'm bullshitting. Y'all niggas don't do that. I'm playing. My old lady might be on here, man.
Oh my God.
We're gonna go with Raquel Arnett. Raquel Arnett. I feel like she's been on here before. Raquel Arnett. Wait, Raquel Arnett. What's up, beloved? Where you coming from?
I'm coming from Las Vegas.
What's up, Raquel from Vegas? What's good? You been on here before?
Yes, I have.
All right, I figured that.
So I have a question.
Shoot.
And it's about a guy that I've been knowing almost 20 years. And, you know, I want to know why he did this. So he would tell people that he had good sex with me, not just his guy friends, but his current girlfriends and his exes. So why do men do that?
Say that again, beloved.
What did he do?
He would tell them that we would have really good sex. Like he enjoyed having sex with me, and I don't know other details, but I talked to his ex-girlfriends and stuff like that. And then whatever, I guess in a way they make them jealous or whatever. So I just want to know, why do guys do that? Why would a guy tell his friends that he has good sex with a female and then also tell his current or ex-girlfriends that he had good sex with a female?
Before I even chime in on this, and I don't know if Rich wants to go first, but are you offended by that, or are you just genuinely curious?
Well, it was one instance which I don't know why I even did that. He had a friend. I thought we could just be cool, we were all cool, we hang out, whatever. He came to my house, and I guess he thought we were gonna have sex, because whatever he told him about me, he thought we didn't. I had to literally drag him, physically drag him out of my house, because he didn't want to leave. So, I just want to know, why do guys do that?
But you didn't answer the question. You didn't answer the question. Are you offended by the fact that he is telling people, or are you genuinely curious?
But a little bit of both. More curious than anything.
Got you. Even before, I got another question.
Okay.
Do you see this as a compliment in some way?
I guess in a way, a little bit. But I mean, I just want to know the reason behind a man's reason why would he would tell other people this. Is it to make
Was he your man? Was he your man? Was he your man, or was
he was?
You okay? Let me ask you again.
Okay.
Was he your man, or was he somebody who, from his standpoint, was just hitting it?
We were together first, and then we broke up. And after we broke up, he started telling all these people this. This was after the fact. We broke up. After we broke up.
Okay. Rich, do you want to start or you want me?
Nah, go ahead.
Okay. So I asked you those questions because it's ironic that you are asking why he did it, but meanwhile you're telling the whole world you got good box. So you're kind of as guilty as him. So I was wondering, are you flattered that he's telling people? Or are you just genuinely curious? Because now we all know, a bunch of people know, but it's coming from your mouth, not his. Got it?
Right, right. I mean,
Okay,
this.
so with that being said, maybe, and the reason I asked you if he was your man, because I'm a little confused why he would tell his new woman this.
Right.
Telling his boys, I could probably see that. I can't understand telling his new woman this. And the only way I can think about it from my standpoint is maybe his new woman is not pleasing him the way that you did. I don't know why y'all broke up, but you obviously left an impression on him. If he's telling his friends and he is going so far as to tell not just a person he's sleeping with, but his new woman, like this is his new girl. So, maybe just take it as him telling her because maybe he's needing her to do some of the things that you guys used to do together. And in terms of telling his boys, take it as a compliment. He could be telling them you got some bad box. But go ahead, Rich.
I mean, I'm a bit confused because I'm trying to understand. Um, yeah, I'm confused. So I don't even know what to tell you, beloved. I'm trying to figure it out because
Oh,
I'm kind of like Sean in that like I don't know like I don't is it status like are you I don't know like are you a big deal in your circle like if the nigga saying well I not heard or do you act like are you pretentious do you act like holier than thou where a nigga can try to bring you down amongst your friends and be like yo she ain't all that she tried to crack up to be like I knocked that down so she ain't all that is it one of them kind of situations where like maybe you're the highest of the totem pole in that circle, and he gets himself status or clout by saying that he had you. So then
Well,
now
he
I
you're
ain't
don't.
even
saying
he's not even just saying he had her. He's according to her, he's saying that she got some good stuff. Or maybe she just threw that in because she wanted everybody to know she got some good stuff.
No,
do
no,
you
I'm
got
not.
some good stuff? Do you know you got
I
some good stuff, or
mean,
you just go based on what he's telling you?
I'm just based on what. This is not from him. This is from other people
So other
that's
people are
told
coming
me.
up to
But
you and being like, "Yo, you got."
yeah, his.
So maybe he thinks that you're a whore, and he's like, "Yo, you should go smash that. She got some good pussy." And now niggas is coming up to you, approaching you on that level, like, "Yo, what's good, man? I heard you got that good."
Okay.
So I
Well,
mean,
let me tell you
that's
the
just me, and
reason.
and honest to God, I swear to God, that wasn't me being rude.
Right. I
That's
know.
me. That's me honestly being like, maybe he like, "Yo, Shorty got that good over there. Like, you should try that out." And
Yeah,
then
but
now
if this was her man, Rich, I can't see her man. That's why I asked, was this her man? Like,
Well,
if it's her man, take it as a compliment. He shouldn't be telling everybody, but take it as a compliment. If he just hit it and y'all were just sleeping together and you were really good, then maybe it's what Rich is saying. But if y'all had something more than just a sexual relationship and he claimed you and you claimed him, I don't see it as him doing it in a derogatory way. Maybe you should just take it as a
well,
compliment.
the reason
and
why we broke up, he told me, is because I told him I didn't trust him, which I didn't. So, and he felt like that's the reason why that's what he told me, because I told him I didn't trust him, and so he didn't
Did
want
you
me with
break up
me.
with him or he broke up with you?
He broke up with me because he said I told him I didn't trust him. Nothing.
So
I'm
this
so
no, that is.
confused.
I'm confused too, but that.
I'm so confused.
Well, that's us. I'm confused. That's why I'm trying to ask you guys.
So that's
Does it
probably
make
why
any
he
sense?
running around telling everybody he smashed. He's like, yo, fuck her. Yeah, I beat. What's up? Go ahead. You should try. She got that good. That's probably the nigga probably hurt. Hurt people. He probably out here just trying to smear your name and run your name through the dirt. You should have led with that. Now at least it makes more sense to me. If you out here breaking up with people and the niggas and he broke up with you because you came to him like, yo, I can't trust you. He probably out here trying to smear your name. He on a smear campaign. That's all I can really think of. Either way, you know what? The bottom line, the nigga corny. No matter how you slice it, dice it, the nigga corny. To go out there and tell people about how your box is and that's he corny for that. He corny. You look like, how old are you? You look like you up there.
I look old?
Not like that. I'm just saying you don't look like a kid. Like I would imagine you're not 18 years old with no little kids that's running around high school on some immature shit. You look like a grown woman.
I am a grown woman. I am.
So that's what I'm saying. So unless you out there fucking with little boys, then he's corny. He corny for that.
I'm gonna tell you something. There's a part of this story that's missing. I promise you. Because
she ain't giving us at all.
None of it's making sense. Like, and I'm not even saying. Listen, maybe you don't have the time to give us all the details. I'm not even saying you're purposely holding out. What I am saying, the more like, none of this makes sense. It really doesn't. Because I'm still having a hard time understanding why your man, somebody who was your man, would be running around town. And I don't even know how to piece together the fact that y'all broke up because you said you didn't trust him. So there's some missing pieces here that, you know.
That's what he told me. No, that's what he told me, and it doesn't make any sense.
Because you leave this shit out.
I called off from work and everything. Like I was distraught. And I
I guess
friends, though. That's what he told me.
I guess you're missing the point. You're missing the point.
Mm-hmm.
That breaking up piece that you told us, I don't think has much to do with why he's doing what he's doing, from my standpoint. So it's so hard for me to give any perspective on this because I just feel like there's pieces of the story that are just not there for us.
Okay.
So when you want to call back with the whole story, then you call back with the whole story. Stop omitting because you're lying by omission right now.
But this is basically the story. This happened. Well, I'm not telling you this is recent. This is like from 10 years ago.
Oh my God, nigga, bye.
Get her. Enough is enough.
Okay.
Raquel,
right,
you know you out here telling about you talking about some 10 years old shit. Raquel, you should be ashamed of yourself. Raquel out here trying to let niggas know she got some good box, so somebody slide up in them DMs.
I almost can't even believe that she was literally talking. Raquel, just if you're listening to us, I don't even know what to say at this point. That 10 years ago? And maybe, but Rich, real talk, 10 years ago, maybe he's saying it because he's just over it. He's just paying her a compliment. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't have no emotional attachment to that situation anymore. So he's telling his friends and his new girl, yo, she got some good box. But anyway, who we got here?
We got Tyen Ray. What's your name, baby?
Tyray.
Tyray. What's up, mama?
Hey. Well, thank you.
Where you from?
First time, so I'm excited. Like, first time watching, I'm like, what?
Oh, yeah, we be living on Wednesday nights.
I see. I'm going to have to tune in more often.
You better.
Where are you coming in from?
I live in Dallas from Chicago.
Okay. And this is really your first time watching us?
First time watching. First time. Look, I feel like, woo.
How you enjoying the conversation?
Before y'all started bringing all the extra people on, it was good.
Okay.
I was about to lose me with it.
So now that you wanted the extra people.
I know. Now look, the pressure on me, like shit. Okay. Look, I don't even know which question to start with because I was like, maybe this ain't racy enough. Maybe I'm not.
No. It don't normally be like that. It don't normally be like that.
Look, I didn't know what to expect, so I need to know because you always this seemed like a judgment-free zone, right? when is a good time? Like, is there really a time where you invite men in your children's life?
Mm,
When you
Love
like
that
invite,
question.
when
that's
you
a
invite,
question.
like
That's more of a
I,
normal weekly question. So be cognizant of the fact that that was
good.
probably a
Look,
normal question.
bring it back around.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, when is the right time? Like, I like him, he like me. I clearly haven't done this that great because I'm not married. I'm 40 years old, and I only got one left in the nest. And it's hard. It's hard to date. Like, you still like going to rooms, and you like really like. Do I only go over to his house, and now he can't come over? I got to sneak him out at 6 o'clock in the morning type shit. Like,
Go ahead,
when?
Sean. This is the Sean. This
Okay.
is the Sean Press special right here.
No, I love that question. I do. I promise you. How long you been dating this man?
This particular individual, we're like about 4 months.
4 months in. How
And he was
sure?
ready to relocate and everything. And I'm like,
You said he's ready to relocate?
yeah, he's in Atlanta.
Okay. And the reason this is your first time being with us, and I'm happy that you found our conversation Wednesday night, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you join us every week. But I truly believe kids are off limits. I truly believe that they are the last line of defense. I don't think 4 months is long enough before you bring this man into your kid's life. I think if the man is ready to relocate, I would first. Okay, when you say he's ready to relocate, is he ready to relocate and live in your house, or just come to Dallas?
Come to Dallas.
Okay, let him relocate and come to Dallas. See how real this really is for him.
Okay.
If he let him put his money where his mouth is, if he's ready to come to Dallas, obviously that shows you he's serious, right?
Yeah.
About you. He's serious
Right.
about you, and he's serious about the relationship. But here's the thing. There's no race to integrate him into your children's life. Because if he is the one, he's going to be around anyway. He's going to be there. So if that man comes and y'all got to be uncomfortable, you got to sneak him out of your crib, you got to wait until you got a babysitter, so be it. But the worst thing I think that you could do is bring a man into your children's life too soon. You can handle the heartbreak if y'all break up.
Right.
What if your children get attached to this man in any kind of way? Now, when you break up with him, they break up with him. He's gone. So that a relationship that started in their young minds, they have to process, well, where is he? What mommy's friend doesn't come around anymore. The guy who was so I really think that if you think he's gonna be around, great, take your time. Take your time. And when you feel like y'all are ready to go to the next level and possibly start talking about cohabitation and living together and all of that stuff, then slowly bring him into your children's life. But 4 months, no way. Anything can happen. 4 months is not a long time. I don't care. Go ahead, Rich.
All right. So you said, so now, see, this is what Sean usually wins, because he goes second and is able to hear my takes on shit. So my take is this. You said that you are how old?
I'm 40.
You're 40 years old and you got
Mhm.
one left in the nest, is what you said, right? I thought I heard you say that. How old
Yes,
is your child?
14.
14. Okay.
Mhm.
So now, with that being said, I think it's a little bit different than what Sean said. I think you should be using your child to help you vet.
No, your phone, your
Hello?
thing went out, Rich.
Oh, you hear me now?
Go backwards. Yes.
You hear me now? You hear me now? Okay. I think at 14 years old, your child is old enough that you should come and say, hey, and give them the 411. 14 is basically going into high school, right? She's a freshman and he's a freshman in high school right now. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, okay. So, with that being said, I think you should be using your kid to help you establish your relationship. Hey, mommy met somebody. I know it's been a while since y'all seen me with somebody. I want you to help me and get to know this guy and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Because at this point, kids are going to be honest. And
Right.
that kid is being 14 years old. Now, I'm not saying move a nigga into your house. I'm with Sean. I agree with Sean on that. I'm not saying move a nigga into your house. I'm not saying that you should go and just be like ready to marry a dude. If he ready to move to Dallas, then he should move to Dallas. And you should be able to be like, yo, I got a 14-year-old and we going to dinner. And I'm bringing my daughter with me. What is the daughter or son?
It's a song.
I'm bringing my, even better, because you don't want a nigga touching on your child. So you be like, yo, I'm bringing my son. And you let your son be like, yo, this is, and almost be like your protection, like to a certain degree. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This is a part of me. He's 14 years old. He in high school. This is a part of me. So if you taking me, you understand you taking him at least for the next 4. At least for the next 4. And then you let them create a little scenario in which you saying, and then let your son be like, yo, mom, I'm not feeling him. I'm not feeling him. If in fact you value your child's opinion. A lot of parents don't value their child's opinion. They be like, well, in 4 years, you gone anyway. 6 years, 8 years, you gone anyway. And mommy gonna be by herself. So I need to find me somebody. But if you value the opinion of your children or your son, and you want him to be a part of this, and you don't want to have to sneak dude in and sneak dude out, let him know what you got. And this is why it's not acceptable for you to come to my house. This is why it's not acceptable for you to do that. And I think that the dude coming from Atlanta will respect that. He'll respect that.
What is your name again, Miss?
Ty Ray.
Ty.
Mhm.
You know, Rich just called me out on something, and I'm usually so good about this, about getting as much information as I possibly can before I answer any question. And he's right. I should have asked you how old your children, right?
Yeah. I should.
I'm thinking you have young children. Now, with that being said, Rich has one perspective. He has one perspective. But even when he was talking, I was like, Sean, do you change your opinion? And I don't. So you take which advice works best for you, and I'm going to tell you why I don't. Before I go further, is your 14-year-old a boy or girl?
It's a boy.
How long have you, I guess, not been in a relationship? How long has he not seen you with a man?
3 years.
How close is he with his father?
They talk regularly. He lives up north, so he doesn't see him, but he's there for the summers and holidays and things like that. They have a relationship.
They have a pretty good relationship.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you call it? My opinion, it stays the same. And reason being,
yes,
because if you're going to be with this man, Mr. Atlanta who's willing to move to Dallas, whether you integrate him in your child's life tomorrow or a year from now, the only benefit, there's no benefit of doing it now, but there's such a big benefit of doing it a year from now because you know you got a year's worth of data. You know what I'm dealing with. Is this man everything that he made himself out to be in the first 4 months? You said you've been dating for 4 months. So let's just say he's putting on a great face for you. Y'all don't live in the same area code, the same state for that matter. Let's say the more time you spend with him, you see a different side of him. Let's see, anything can happen. And that's why it's always good to take your time. And like Rich and I always say, vet. And the more time that you have to vet, the better. And then when you are absolutely comfortable that, number one, the man that I was so into at 4 months is the same man that I'm into 12 months later, which is 16 months, I'm ready to bring him into my kid's life. I have a son. Richie is a guy, Sean is a guy. We are very protective of our mothers. We are. Every dude is a mama's boy in some way, shape, or form. And men, young man-childs, are not comfortable seeing men in and out of their mother's life, even if it is spaced out. So I would just see, he hasn't seen you with a man in 3 years. I'm sure part of him wants to see you with a man. I'm sure part of him would be happy to know mommy is dating, but he's still 14 years old, in high school. He's going through adolescence, puberty, and things of his own. I would say take your time before you bring any man into his life. And then when you know that this man is on the up and up, then you can do what Rich said and start bringing him out to dinner with y'all and integrate him that way. But at 4 months, I still think it's too early. Real talk.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
All right, mama.
Thank you.
Hope that helps.
Ladybug 411. I'm gonna go with Rashawn. Ladybug, I'm coming to you next. I'm gonna go with Loyally Marie. Loyally Marie. She in the room? Three, two. Okay, yeah, she hung up because I was about to bang on her. All right, so now I can go to Ladybug 411. Ladybug 411. If y'all got anything y'all want to say, y'all want to come into the conversation, hit the plus button at the bottom, and I got you coming up next if you're at the top of the list.
Hi,
Hey, what's up, mama? What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm Ladybug. I'm from Seaside, Cali.
Okay, what's up, Callie?
Hi. So I have a question. So should I entertain a regular person knowing that I do porn? And I grew up, I guess how the other girl said, from the street. So he knows who I am and what I do. But my heart is telling me to go for it. But I'm not sure if I should really entertain it because he works like 9 to 5 job. He stays busy. He doesn't call like a regular saying, how was your day? Now, normally my day is normally regular. I'm always chill. But my main focus is, what are you doing? Are you thinking about me? Or should I not entertain it? Because I'm always going to be fine. So
let me understand this. You do porn.
Right.
And you trying to figure out if you should entertain a square because of what you do versus what he does.
Right.
And can he handle it?
Right.
So,
That doesn't sound like her question, Rich.
but I had to
That-
paraphrase. So, am I right or am I not right?
Pretty much right. Should I entertain it?
No. Let me cut in then, because that's not what I heard. It sounded like
Okay.
you were mixing thoughts. Hey, just bear with me, Rich. It sounds like she was mixing thoughts, meaning, should I entertain you called him a square, knowing I do porn? Okay, that's one question.
I wouldn't
That's
call him a
one
square though, a 9 to 5.
Okay.
So I
But
respect for it.
should I entertain a regular guy that's not in the business? Is
Sean,
that fair?
Sean, yeah. Why you sound like that?
I have no idea.
Is that me, y'all? Is it y'all? Did you hear Sean? Does he sound regular to you?
He sounds like I'm in a classroom.
Yeah.
I have no test. How's it sounding now?
Say something?
Test 1 2.
Okay, that's it. Okay,
Okay, it's a little bit better. Okay.
Okay. It sounded like you were mixing two questions, and I'm sorry. The first question that I heard was, I do porn. He is a 9 to 5. Should I entertain this? The second question was, I am a little nervous of entertaining it because he does not call me. He does not show the interest. He's not hitting me, asking me about my day. Those are two very, very different things, whether
Okay.
he works 9 to 5 or he's in the industry.
Okay, so we already know each other since January. It's already been January, February, March, April, May, June, July, a few months by now.
That would be
right.
Yeah, that would be 8 months.
So, okay, so we already know each other. It's just the fact that what I know, what I'm able to put in a relationship and what I could get from the streets, I'm not looking for all that. I already do movies. It's not the same. So should because you guys were talking about communication, talking more. And, I felt like if he's not going to reach out to me, I've been just sitting here like, I'm going to keep it cool. But now I feel like maybe I should just just say, this is how I feel. Like, can you talk? Like, should I say, can you talk to me more? And then if he changes up, then it works. And maybe it might be because I'm scared that he might find it differently and then he'll change up. But right now he's just doing him. And I would rather a person be who they are than me really ask for a person to change. Because I wouldn't want someone to start asking me the same thing. Like to change or do anything.
It could be me. And I think I understand ultimately where you're going with this, but I promise you, you're all over the place. I know you think you're asking direct questions, but you're mixing so many different things. Rich, maybe you hear it differently, so you go first.
No, I thought I had it, but now I'm completely lost because I thought what I asked you was originally okay. So let me see if I got this because I'm like you, Sean. You're all over the place. You have a dude that you've known since January. He ain't putting in a lot of effort, but y'all are kicking it. But you want to take it to the next level. And you want to kind of tell him that you want to take it to the next level. But you fear that he might try to tell you what to do if you try to tell him what to do. Is that right?
Okay, something like that, yeah.
You said that last time, and that's completely different than where we are now. Because, okay, so I'm going to give you both answers. I'm going to give you both answers to what I just asked. The first answer about the square versus the porn person. If he is okay and knows what you're doing and you're honest and forthright with him as far as what your profession is, and he knows that you do movies and all of that, and he's okay with that, you have to give him the chance to be okay with that or to not be okay with that. A lot of niggas is okay with fucking with a porn star, but I don't know how many niggas can wife a porn star. That takes a special type of nigga to wife somebody who fucks for a living, right? So now, with that being said, you have to give him that chance if he's in fact asking for that chance. The second part of the question is, if he knows what you do and you know what he does, he's not in the position to tell you to change until he's in a position to tell you to change. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if y'all are going into
When
a
it's
relationship,
established.
when it's established, so if y'all are going into a relationship, he can't come off top and be like, yo, I just met you in January. We just started kicking it for real, for real. I need you to stop doing porn. That's not fair to you. And that's not fair to him to put them expectations on you, because that's like somebody being like, any profession that takes time. And I ain't talking about, we're gonna omit the fucking part. But any profession that takes time, any profession that takes you away from that person, any profession that makes it hard for you to see that person. If you know what I do going into this relationship, until you are in a position to where you're telling me, I'm going to care for you, you are mine, I don't want you doing that anymore, you need to be with me, and you need to stop rapping, or you need to stop going and being a flight attendant. I need you here all the time. Until you're ready to make that commitment, then you don't have the opportunity, and you don't have the power to tell somebody what to and what to not do.
Oh.
And that's how I feel. That's how I feel about both. As far as being a square, you got to give that man a chance, because you don't know. Maybe he can handle it. You don't know if he can handle it or not. And if you like him, you owe it to yourself to see if he can handle it. And if he can't, then you move on, and you know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. But I can guarantee you that if he knows what you do, he's thought about it, and he thinks he can handle it. He thinks he can fuck with being a porn star until you go home and tell him you just did a fucking 50 nigga gangbang. And then you come home and that nigga's looking at the walls like, oh my God, like that's some emasculating shit, right? So those are my two things. And Sean, I'll leave it up to you now.
Okay. Again, and to give you good advice or good answer, but I'm gonna start.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start by saying you were kind of all over the place. So I'm just giving it to you the way I heard it. Okay. Have you guys slept together? I know you said you knew him since January,
It's not like on a regular basis.
But you have slept with him.
Yeah. We went on a couple of dates and slept with each other. It was like a vibe. Stuff that I don't normally do with people. I don't really do vibes with people, but we vibed.
Okay. How I know that he doesn't call and ask you how's your day and all of that stuff. How often does he call you?
On some Snapchat type of vibes, you know, like, hey. And it's not like he got my number. There's video chat.
Okay. But you guys are not on the phone.
Not falling asleep. Not falling asleep together.
Okay. So if a nigga's into you, you're gonna know it. Okay? And what I mean by that is, if he wants more than sex from you, you're going to know it. Y'all have already consummated your relationship, for lack of a better way to put it.
Right.
There's a certain level of comfortability there on his part. You've seen him naked, he's seen you naked. If this man wanted more, or if he felt the way that you feel about him, if he felt about you the way you feel about him, I can almost guarantee you he would be on the phone with you. He would be picking you up after work, taking you out on dates, this, that, and the third. He would make it known. So without trying to hurt your feelings in any way, I can almost tell you with all certainty, we are now in September. Right. You've known him since January. You have already slept with him, and y'all have no communication outside of Snapchat. He does not feel the same about you. That feeling you have about him, he don't have it about you. That is the truth. Now, I'm going to go to another part of what you were saying.
Hold on, Sean. Hold on. Before you go to another part, I thought you said that he was trying to get with you and make it more serious.
No, I wanted to get with him and make or he likes me. No,
Oh,
he likes me. He does say that, oh, I like you. I want to be your dude and da 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 da. He says it, but the actions
got
show
you.
that his actions
Oh,
don't match what he's saying.
all
And
right,
when
Sean,
I
you
say
got it.
something, I'm about it. Like, you know,
Okay. All right. Sean, no, Sean is right. I was wrong. Sean is right.
yeah.
That nigga just want that porn ass. Okay. Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah. So that's number one. No matter what this man is telling you, forget what he tells you. Always focus on what he shows you. It's as simple as that. It's not do as I say. It's do as I do. Like, show me that you are as into me as I am into you. And I can almost guarantee you, and maybe I'm just old school, but nobody who is serious about a woman is only going to communicate with them on Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
That is the app that disappears. There's no record of it. It's not. This dude, he's telling you because you probably made it clear to him that I have more feelings for you. And he's just being a dude. He's stringing you
Yeah.
along, you know. So
Should I
now
let him know about changing it up or just let it just ride out?
Yeah, you could give the ultimatum.
no, an ultimatum is not going to work, Rich. And I could tell you this: you could give him an ultimatum. You could, but he's showing you and telling you. He's showing you with his inaction, and he's telling you by not speaking to you. So you
Right.
already know the answers to your questions. So you can give him an ultimatum all you want. He's just going to look at that as an easy way out. You said, I got to wife you. You said we got to be together, and I'm just not ready for it. And he's going to use that as a way to get out of this thing. But the truth is, no matter how he puts it, his actions or his inaction is showing you where he's at with y'all relationship.
Yeah,
So that's
and go
number
in the
one.
relationship. Yeah.
And number two is you went into this whole thing about him telling you, I guess telling you about doing porn and this, that, and the third. I
Yeah,
would
he just
just
doesn't
tell
watch it. He doesn't watch
okay.
it. So I don't see it as
Girl, that nigga watch it. Don't let that nigga lie, because I'm about to ask you what your porn name is. I want to watch it. So don't let that nigga fool you and act like he don't
I'm
want to watch
telling you
your
now,
porn.
you might not want to watch it. That's why he don't really probably watch it. It's pretty crazy. So I just feel like he's more focused on his job,
Okay, listen to me. What's your name again?
Ladybug.
Ladybug. You're not hearing me. It's not that he's more focused on his job. If a man wants you, men are hunters. We are the apex predator of planet Earth.
Right?
A man is going to show you he wants you. That is factual. So you could sit here and women do this all the time. And now I'm about to get on you a little bit because I don't want you I don't want you to bump into somebody else and allow them to use their job as an excuse. I don't care how much that man worked. What's important to him, he will find time for. I
Right.
guarantee you, if that man likes weed, I don't care if he works 18 hours a day.
He'll
During
find that
those
weed.
other 6 hours, he's going to find time to smoke. If
That's
that
right.
man likes PlayStation and he works 12 hours a day, during those other 12 hours, in between sleep, he's going to play PlayStation. And if he likes you and he works 12 hours a day, during those other 12 hours, he's going to come spend time with you, sleep at your house, and go from your house to work.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think with a man is into, he's going to find time for. It's that simple. So don't think you can take my advice, you can take Richie's advice, or you could sit here and you can let your heart confuse you on what he might be thinking. I'm telling you what he's thinking. And it might not, and here's the deal, and I'll leave it here.
Okay.
Here's the deal. It may have nothing to do with porn. You know you do porn. So you're going into this knowing that that is a taboo area. So you automatically have a guilty conscience about it. Oh, a 9-to-5 guy would never get into a woman like me. Maybe he would. Maybe he'd have no problem with it. I don't know what his reason for not spending time with you is. It could be porn. It could be your breath stinks. It could be any number of reasons. But I guarantee you, if you were for him, he would find time for you. So don't just automatically assume it's your profession.
Right.
I'll end it there.
Okay, that was cool. That was cool. That was cool.
So I kind of agree with Sean after everything. My thing about giving him the ultimatum is not necessarily for him, but more for you. If you want closure and you want to be able to move on, you might want to just be like, yo, bro, this is what it is. It's been 8 months and we've been doing the same 1-2 step. Nigga, you just trying to fuck a porn star, or you trying to be with me? Like, what we doing?
Keep it 100.
Like, keep it 100.
Can I ask you something, Rich? Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Would that work for you?
At that point, if you gave me the ultimatum to either put up or shut up, I would have to step off. I would have to be like,
Yeah,
either,
like
either I would have to
I
would have to show the effort, or I would just assume that the shit is gonna go away. I was gonna if you came to me and say, yo, listen, you know what I do? This is my 1-2 step. We've been doing this Snapchat shit. That shit is whack, nigga. You got my number. Call me. This happened. This has happened to me before. Not with
Have you ever? No, hear me out, Rich.
Go ahead.
Have you ever said, you know what? Because it's happened to you, she's giving me an ultimatum, and you actually said, I'm gonna be with you?
No, but no, I haven't actually said, but my actions would have to change or they wouldn't. And that's what I'm telling her. If you're prepared to walk away, give him the ultimatum so that he has to either acquiesce to what you want or he's not. And if he doesn't start calling you and he doesn't start putting in the effort, then you have to be willing to say, I'm done here. I'm walking away. Like when a girl hit me up and was like, yo, bro, like you haven't given me your number. We talking DMs. I don't even know if this is you or not, or whatever the case may be, whatever the conversation. And I don't give her my number, nigga. I wake up the next morning and that conversation's gone and she's gone. And she's like, yo, I'm gonna give this nigga, I'm gonna give you the opportunity now to either do the right thing or not do the right thing. Because if you don't do the right thing, I'm prepared to be out of here. And if she says, yo, I need your number, and you don't put that number in there, or she says, here's my number, text me, and you don't text me, you go look at that conversation tomorrow and that motherfucking thread is gone. Because she said, this nigga's not, he's playing games. And I'm not finna be played with no more. You've been playing with me for 8 months. Now it's time for you to either put up or shut up. Either you're gonna give me a real opportunity, you're gonna talk to me on the phone, and we're gonna do this shit like a real people do, or I'm moving the fuck on and I'm erasing you, and nigga, you just smashed the porn star a couple times and we moving on with life. That's what she needs to be prepared for that.
Before we end the conversation, 90% of the times I agree with Rich. This is one time I don't.
And why don't you agree? Is what I'm
about to tell you. I'm about to tell you. This is for you, like Rich said, it ain't for him. You know the answer. What the hell do you need to if you just need this closure and feel like it ended on your terms? I gave him an ultimatum and now I'm prepared to walk away. Nigga, you got your answer already. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but his inaction has told you everything you need to know. And one thing I disagree that both of y'all keep saying, and I think is presumptuous, is y'all keep bringing her profession into this. I don't know why that man is not wiping you. And I think it's presumptuous to assume it's your profession. And I think if that's the way that you go into if that's the, hear me out. If that's the way that you go into every relationship, you're going to be hurt every time because you're going to think people are not taking you seriously because of what you do. And maybe 90% of the times you're right. But what about the 10% where that guy just came out of a bad relationship and he just wants to take it slow? He wants to you know, I'm not ready to get in a relationship with you because my heart was just broke. It could be anything. So I wouldn't be presumptuous. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Okay,
but go ahead, Rick.
I agree with the presumptuous part. We are presuming that this is what it is because of your profession. That is presumptuous, and Sean is correct. It might not be that. But what I am saying is that after 9 months of the same 1-2 step, it's time to either shit or get up the toilet. And that's all I'm saying. For whatever reasons he's not trying to take you seriously or doesn't want to be with you, it's time for you to put it into it. It's also presumptuous to think that that man's not doing exactly what you allowed him to do. You're putting him and giving him the best of both worlds. We don't know. That man might surprise all of us in this chat right now and step the fuck up. And if you say, yo, you need to start calling me, bro. We need to do better with this relationship. What if that man said, you know what? Fuck it. I fuck with Shorty. I'm gonna do it. And then you say, call me, bro. Call me or don't call me. But either way, this shit's stopping. This Snapchat shit and all this shit that we doing, this shit is stopping. Call me or don't call me. Choice is yours. What if that man call you and say, you know what? I thought about it. Here I am. What's good? What we doing? So that's also presumptuous to think that just because he isn't doing right by you right now, that he won't. You're allowing him to do what he's doing because you ain't put your foot down yet. And if you put your foot down already, you wouldn't be on here with us right now.
Right.
This conversation would have.
And that's why I got on the box. I need that little a little bit of, you know.
Yeah, you need that.
Tough love, you know.
Have that intestinal fortitude. Go out there and put your foot down and be like, yo, bro, this is what it is. You can't be scared to lose him. Because that's why you allowing a nigga to play with you, because you don't really want your answers. You on here asking for answers, but now it's about, now that you got your answers, did you really want them? Are you really gonna get on the phone and be like,
yeah,
I
am. Yes, right. I am.
So then so be it. Then you in a good space. What's your porn name again?
Ladybug.
That's your porn name?
Yeah, I'm just Ladybug. I'm a Ladybug. Right, but I know you guys are on every Wednesday at 7, so we'll find out how it goes.
7:30.
7:30.
Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time.
I'm in Cali.
You're in Cali. So Ladybug, next 7:30, we expect to find out how this whole thing unfolded.
All right, I'm gonna do it right now.
And I'm willing to bet.
I'm gonna do it right now.
I'm willing to bet homeboy is going to ghost you. Guarantee you. Or he's gonna give you some reason that he's gonna let you down easy. You know what, baby girl? I guarantee you. If he doesn't ghost you, he's gonna let you down easy because he ain't into you. Just that, you know, I hate to say it like that, but I disagree with this part of the conversation. But if this is what you need, no, hear me out.
We saying the same thing.
If she needed to hear what you had to say, I'm happy for her. That's why we're here. So go ahead and call this man and get what you need for yourself. The closure, either which way it goes. So that's fine.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Good luck with it, though. Good luck, Ladybug. I hope it does work out. Real talk.
Thank you.
Ladybug, you deserve somebody else.
Ladybug, I need you to watch your views on Pornhub because they're about to skyrocket tonight.
I guess. Well, thank you guys.
All right, mama.
Bye-bye, girl.
All right. We're coming up on 10 o'clock. You want to take one more or you want to wrap it?
It's up to you.
Oh, y'all got Sean happy tonight. When Sean says it's up to you, that means because this nigga be, let me tell y'all something about Sean Prez. When Sean Prez, right now it's going on 10 o'clock, all this nigga want to do is go eat and go to bed. This nigga got a whole meal sitting in the kitchen, probably in his fucking peripheral right now. And all he can do right now is keep looking at the corner of his eye at that fucking plate steaming. So if he say do one more, this motherfucker's having a good night. So we could do one more.
Oh my God.
Alexa 9384. Alexa 9384. She in the room? Yo, why would the last call be this?
But we can't do that. Sorry, Alexa.
Yeah, yo, your name shouldn't be Alexa.
Like, Alexa, turn down the music. Alexa, get some light. Alexa.
Exactly.
Yo,
what's up?
what up, brother? What's her name? Alexa, the girl that just left. I want to say something to her. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you keep breaking up though.
Yes, that's my fault. It's my mom. I want to say something to you. That's not Alexa. What's her name before?
Ladybug.
Yeah,
Ladybug.
Ladybug. That's my daughter's name. I got a 9. My daughter's about to be 9 on 25th of September.
What's your name, brother?
My name is Michael Dion.
Mike, where you coming in from?
I'm in Jersey City, New Jersey right now.
Okay. So just so you know, Mike, you can say whatever you want to say, but this part is for people who have questions. So just end it with a question.
I'm going to end it with everybody should just, it's all about being this queen, even though it's Pornhub, I'm with you. Power to the people. I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? I get that. But what happened to just being? You was a beautiful female queen. They use that word queen a little bit too much on, internet chick. That they use it too much, It's what happened to just being queen? The queen that was on this platform right now, she was flawless.
Which one? The porn star?
All the queens that's in here.
Okay.
Not just that. What happened? I'm a mama's boy. What happened to just being? You understand?
What does that mean?
I'm a fan of you. I'm a fan of you, sir.
Elaborate. What does that mean, Mike? What do you mean? What happened to just being?
Just being like the. I understand the whole Pornhub thing. It's a bit much for me. In real life, in reality, I'm 35 years old, but don't say nothing. You're going down. I'm 27 in the industry. I don't mind. It's a gimmick, but what about just being the 35-year-old nigga and she's being the beautiful queen that she is? What about that part, though? That's what I'm asking. Because this platform that we're on right now, that you're on, who you are and who you are, sir, the legend that you are, I remember that. It was just being all this other shit. This chick is on the line talking about period eye and all this. What about that? Like this Pornhub shit, I'm cool with that. But bro, I listen to your interviews and I know who you are. I know who both of you, my fellow kings, are, bro. And y'all exude who y'all are. This girl right here, bro. These girls are here, man. Like I'm saying, it's
Mike, I know that you complimented us, and I appreciate it, and I thank you for it. But I'm so confused right now, brother. I really don't. I don't know where we going with this conversation.
Okay, so let me say this, because my mom wants to keep going. So this is what I'm saying. We were talking about the Pornhub and all, and I came in. I don't know. Maybe I missed something with the Pornhub with the lady. I'm a member too. Power to these people. But I get that. But I just came in from a whole nother live where they were talking about similar things, and I don't know what y'all are talking about prior to that. But I just, I'm just saying y'all ended it with when I came in with the Pornhub, go to see the Pornhub, and this. I don't know. Can you tell me what y'all were talking about before like that?
Mike, you got to tune in earlier, bro, so you can get the context, man. Get off that other live chat and get in this one. So you could have heard the context of the conversation. The context wasn't about Pornhub. The girl was a porn star. And she was talking about a man, and she was trying to she wanted advice about getting a man from men. That's what this is about. So you came in
getting
on the
a
tail
man
end,
from
listening to
Just
men.
come back with us. Come back with us next week, Mike. We appreciate you calling in, though.
Yes, sir.
You be good, Mike. Real talk.
All right. So with that, we're going to go ahead and go eat. On that note, so everybody, once again, this was actually a really, really, really good time for me today. We had a lot of conversation. It was a dope conversation. We had some different shit, but all in all, every Wednesday, 7:30, we are here. It's a good time, 7:30 to 10 o'clock. And we'll see y'all next week. Sean, you got the last word.
This episode will be up tomorrow on all streaming platforms. So if you're gonna be at work and you just want to stream the audio, please put your what is those? What are them things? The buds in your
Oh,
ear.
the earbuds.
Yeah, put the earbuds in and go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to Google Music, YouTube Music. We will be there, and we will also be on YouTube tomorrow, this episode. Thank you for tuning in, and see y'all next week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Try it you offline.
Later, kid.